Happy that we come out and got a victory. We knew Virginia was a very good defensive football team and did some real nice things on offense. Thought they played extremely well, brought a lot of pressure. Give them a lot of credit. Didn't think we played up to our capabilities at times. Dropped a few balls, missed a few throws, stopped a few routes. Didn't have a good rhythm. We're good on third down in the first half. We're 1 of 5 in the second, and had a couple I want to see on films before I comment. But that's ball. You can't have that. You got to make your own. You got to make your own luck, and you got to do your own things. And played good. Ran the ball out at the end. Our defense, I thought, really stepped up because I think the turnovers is how they got some points. But our defense, for the most part, I thought played a pretty good football game. Great job in the red zone on that last stop. And then thought it was critical that we got out of there and got stopped. And then we ran the clock out at the end. But got to continue to grow. Got to continue to play better. We got off to a good start. Really in the beginning, got up 7-0. Then we had the 2 turnovers. Had a freshman stop on a route that we had a dig route was going to be wide open for either a touchdown or a big play, and he stops and his guy comes off and gets a pick. He's not even supposed to be there, but that's something we'll work on. And then had just a misread on one, and we'll look at the coverage on that one. But those 2 turnovers were critical. They got points, but I was very proud of our guys to bounce right back and get back quickly in the game. Didn't have to wait to the second half. Second quarter, I thought we played really well. I thought we ran the ball, got physical. Thought the running game came at times. Now they did a good job of getting people to the box late in the game, getting 8-9 guys down in them. We were still able to run the ball and make some plays. Jameis made some critical throws, I thought, in that last drive. A big play by Erman Lane, good backside read by Jameis, and the ball to Rashad. Both those balls were called other ways, and he went to a 4th guy on the backside and saw the one-on-one. And you have confidence in him that he'll be able to make those throws and reads in that situation when you're running out the clock when they put extra guys in the box. I was very proud of that. But we'll continue to grow. Again, like I say, we're still continue to get better every week in certain things, and we've got to keep growing. I thought Casey Beatty punted the ball really well tonight. I thought he kicked the ball extremely well. Had a couple really critical plays that changed field position in the game, and in that regard also. So, questions?
How important was it to capitalize on those turnovers with touchdowns?
It was very critical early. It's a shame 1-1 Eddie's didn't count. I thought they always should let that run and then make a decision afterwards. But that's the guy I thought was definitive. But we were able to get to throw the next play and score, and those can change the game. But that was critical. But getting those points right there, the ones I was disappointed the last 2 times in the second half, we didn't score 6 points in the second half there that we got down and kicked field goals. All year we've been scoring a lot of touchdowns, and but there's a couple of situations there I want to look at before I make a comment on. Is that right? Did he? I didn't even see that. How many have?
What is it about him that allows him to keep getting open and have big?
Well, I think he understands football. I mean, he can move him. He plays different positions. He's not playing one spot. His ability and capacity to carry a lot of information and volume of routes, not only mentally but physically, being able to do them. And he's a very unique guy, and he's just a gamer. He's a great competitor.
Mario Edwards' coach was very disruptive.
Yes, he was.
Let's talk about him.
Physical, strong, at the point, getting pressure, even when he's affecting the quarterback a lot of ways, even when he wasn't sacking him, but just hitting him, making plays in the run game. I mean, Mario is I think, as I say, kind of catching his second wind. You know what I mean? He got banged up there in the middle a little bit, and he's getting his weight in a really good place right now. I think he's light. He's moving around with the power and physicality, and noticed him a lot. Him and Eddie Goldman, those guys, I think, are playing really good in there.
You moved him around a little bit more.
We did. We moved him around, stood him up, tried to bring him up aside, have backs have to block him. And, Mario's in shape when his conditioning. Mario has a lot of ability to do those things. I mean, he's a D tackle. He's a D end. He can stand up and blitz as a backer. I mean, he can bring a lot of versatility to the game. That's why I'm really anxious, for him to grow as a player. I mean, he can cause some havoc.
Coach, the young receivers making mistakes. That's something that's been happening all year. We haven't noticed, or is that?
Yeah, it does.
How do you work through that?
Just keep practicing. That's part of it. I mean, sometimes on a young guy, like I say, they made some great plays. Then all of a sudden they'll do something it'll happen that ain't happened to them before on a route where they're coming across and rubbing, or coming across one guy's this way and this one. They're kind of, I want to go here, so I just stop. I mean, just the instinct, not just experience, and that's going to happen. I mean, like I say, when you play freshman, you take the good with the bad. But I promise you, they'll be back in the game, and they did a lot of good things in the game. And but that one it cost us because Erman was big time open on the dig in the middle of the field, and that guy would not have been there if we'd have went through. But that's ball. You just move on.
What's the status on Cook?
I know he got banged up pretty good. I have to wait and see. I don't know. We missed a block, and he got hit on the hip, it looked like. I couldn't tell, though.
Was Pender just not well enough to go in?
Well, and once the game got going, he could play, but Carlos was in. He was running pretty hard and doing a good job and already had the flow of the game. There wasn't no sense to do that. And that was probably middle of the third quarter when that happened anyway, so we felt comfortable with Carlos.
the ability for this team to finish games, that's not the first time this year that happened with, you know, we get the ball back with under 5 minutes.
Exactly right. And like I said, we're doing a great job in 4-minute offense. We've done that all year except for the one time in a Notre Dame game. We, you know, run the clock out and be able to run the ball when you want to run it. And I was very happy with that part of it.
Jimbo, you got turnovers tonight.
Yeah, we did.
But you also, on the other side of the ball,
We had 3 of them. We had, like I say, the first one was a receiver. The second one was, I'm not going to say. And then the third one was a missed block that caused him to get hit. But still, it's no excuse to fumble. You can't put the ball on the ground. That was all critical. It led them to points. And, you know, it was a call up front that we got to get made, and was actually not made by the O-line. It was on the edge. But, you know, we'll get that fixed and move on.